and go into it just saying, yeah, I can do this, and I can be the one, who's
love him and leave him.
yeah, totally. I just use it for the sex there, and it failed miserably. It sucked. I hated it. I regret it. And it was a waste of time. It ended up making me feel terrible about myself. It's absolutely have to be in a relationship, because that's the only way I can trust and be open, and trusting and being open with someone's the only way I'm going to end up enjoying the whole process anyway. So it's kind of a weird word.
Jenna, what's the path to your heart?
Your stomach.
My stomach, food. I don't know.
Audrey?
Path to my heart.
Let me be more specific. Think back to a time when you felt loved, completely loved. Get into that feeling if you can, and try to figure out what's absolutely indispensable for you to feel loved. Is it that you see demonstrations of love through the way he looks at you, through the way he dresses, through the way he shows you evidences?
It's like when you catch them looking at you, and you're like, or like when they remember stuff that you wore or that you did, and then when you catch them like trying to, go about it, like trying to, I don't know, when they get jealous, that's kind of fun.
I don't like jealousy. I don't like it.
Not like a bad jealousy, but when they're kind of like, did you kiss him? That sort of thing, when they're like...
I like it, yeah, when they say, I can't believe I'm with you. When they really realize, when they really look at you and they take you in, and they can't believe that they're as happy as they are. And when you're feeling the same way, it's magical, it's unconditional, and it feels for a moment like it can never change. It's always going to be magic. Yeah.
Okay, what of these three are the most indispensable element for you feeling love? Is it to see demonstrations through the way he looks at you, through where he takes you, through little gifts? Is it the way he talks to you and what he says to you and why he loves you and what he shares with you verbally? Or is it the way he touches you? So is it touch primarily, look, something that you can see, or is it auditory, something, the words that you hear when he tells you why he loves you, why you're special to him? Which of those three are the most important, or can you even say?
Verbal. I think the verbal too says a lot, especially because guys don't often do that, but for them to come out and say something, that's like,
Hang on one sec.
You were talking.
Jenna or Audrey, the importance of words from one that you love.
Yeah, words are really important. That's the only way, so you don't get mixed messages, They tell you how they feel. I like that. That's important.
What can a man do to create a good date? Jenna.
something special, like a walk on the beach, or making dinner with candlelight. I know it sounds corny or trite, but it does. It shows that, I don't know, something fun,
Do you like him to take the initiative and plan something? Would you like him to spend time now? What would you like to do?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to him to take the initiative because it shows his creative side and what he would put into a date, and then it shows that he was interested in me. You know, so.
Could you tell me about some of the good early dates that you've had with men, or maybe some of the lousy ones? What are the characteristics of a good one versus a lousy one?
Great. Let's see. Well, there was one where I was going to meet someone in New York, and we were going to go to the Empire State Building, and it ended up being really foggy that night, so we ended up going and didn't see out. It wasn't very visible, and just as we were coming down the stairs, all of a sudden it was like 15 miles visibility, so we started running up, and just as we started running up to the top again, it was like 9 miles visibility, and it was just like magic, you know what I mean? It was like romantic, and it was fun, because we cuddled afterward, and we were like, oh, you know, that was special, you know, that was great, and it started snowing, so it was like, you know, a white time. It was great. So that was wonderful, and that was like all the elements, and I was really in love with the person. I still love the person. So you know, that was wonderful. It's really good. And bad dates are when the guy is just like, you know, okay, let's go eat, and then I'm going to bring you back to your place, and you know, that's just not cool.
What? Let's go eat, and then I'll bring you back to your place. What?
And you know, and get in, you know, like whether he wants to sleep with me or make out or whatever, and that's not cool, because that's just like, you know, doesn't make me feel like a person. So.
Audrey, what can a man do to create a good date for you?
Be a gentleman. Do little things. Open the door. Open the car door for me. It sounds really silly, but it feels good. It makes me, I mean, if he goes the extra little step, you know, to do that, that shows respect, and I like that. I had a wonderful date where a guy picked me up, and we saw a film, and it was really nice. Then we went and just had coffee, and we talked about his favorite author. He was a writer, and so we
Who was his favorite author?
You're going to put me on the spot, and I knew you were going to do that, and I was going to blank on the name, and I have.
That's fine.
We talked about
I know,
this, and I
I'm
blanked
thinking
on
it
it.
too. I want to say Ellison now.
No, it's not.
That's fine.
I'm horrified that I can't remember it because I know the book and everything. Anyway, Upton Sinclair. That was it. It was Upton Sinclair. Thank you. Okay, and we talked about that. We talked about that quite a bit during the night, and we just talked. It was just a really nice evening, and he walked me to my door, gave me a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and the next day when I got to work, there was a little package at my work, and with a little note saying that he had a really nice time, and that he hoped that we could do it again, and it was a little, it was Upton Sinclair's first novel, and that was really nice, yeah, and I never went on a second date with the guy.
Why not?
Because I met somebody else.
And she regrets it.
I do regret it, I actually do.
Yeah, you can't get in contact with him now, or you wouldn't have the
Oh no,
chutzpah
he's seen
to,
someone else now.
um,
I heard through the grapevine. But, you know, that's okay. That was just a beautiful little moment all by itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm a good date.
You are.
I really think.
We have great dates
We have
together.
great dates. I mean, romantic places, you know, views, going to look at the, you know, view of the city, you know, and not just, and, you know, there's just so many great things to do, you know, just to enjoy each other's company and to learn from each other, and it doesn't have to be, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like sex and all of that stuff, but, you know, if the whole date's geared to that, it's just stupid, it's just pointless, you know.
some do's and don'ts for a guy who wants to get to know you. Well, at the beginning, he just sees this videotape. How does he progress from there?
Don't talk about your bowels. I'm serious.
Guys are so into
Guys
farts
love
and burps.
to talk about it. They love to.
They do.
Oh, don't act
Oh,
surprised.
yeah, exactly.
They
do.
love it. They just
love it. They love burps. They love farts. They
love to talk about taking a big old dump. They
Yeah.
love it, and they talk about it in detail, and it just